So during the hurricane, we, as volunteers largely, they asked for volunteers to stay, be locked into the hospital, and we knew we were in for the long haul. And the people that were here with us, when it became a point of no return, we felt that they were our family, and we were here with them through all the bad part, through the loud part, through the breaking of the glass, and through the scary part. We were afraid with them. It was a lot of emotion. It was scary, and my family was out of town. All of our families were out of town. So a lot of us were thinking about our own homes too. Of course I was, but I couldn't think too much about that because I knew I had to just let that be what it was going to be and worry about those things later. Of course it was bad. It was terrible driving home and driving up my driveway and seeing what I had to see, but I wasn't alone, that's for sure. I took a lot of solace in knowing that everybody was going to have to be strong together.
Resilient, the only word that fits in describing our associates, weathering 2 hurricanes and a pandemic in 2020. At Christus Ochsner Health, Southwestern Louisiana, we continue to prove that our strength lies in our people.
I think staying the night at the hospital and having to stay in the hospital during Laura and riding out the storm with patients was something you really don't want to experience again. The fear on the patients' faces, the fear of the staff, watching nurses and colleagues not knowing what they're going to go home to the next day, but having a higher calling of being with the patients that night was something that you look up to them and you realize that everybody's in this together. You knew before you even got to your house that it was going to be demolished. It's just what degree of destruction was it going to be. Pulling up to my house and having that feeling of all of my kids' belongings being destroyed and just the entire walls of your house being busted out, just something I never want to experience or really wish on anybody.
It took the strength of 2 systems to remain open during Hurricane Laura, building 2 backup water systems, bringing in additional generators for power, and making quick repairs to open our clinics the next day. But it takes heart to make it in the most difficult hour. Understanding how, as one Christus, picking up the pieces after major devastation is as simple as a hot shower, a place to rest, or learning that your shift relief is a frontline caregiver from across the Christus system who answered a call to help.
I became a caregiver because I got my first job in the healthcare field when I was about 14 years old. So I just completely fell in love with taking care of people. From that point on, I couldn't see myself doing anything else. Went to nursing school, and here we are today. I chose Christus because when I came here, it was one of the few places that I could really name the name of Jesus Christ still and just feel wonderful about it. Know that I was actually participating in a ministry to help people and that he could be first. That's why I chose Christus. That was why I chose it. Why I stay is because we're more of a family.
Together, we weathered these storms with teamwork, humility, and kindness. Our priority will always be our patients, caregivers, and associates.
I have been an associate of Christus Health for 35 years. So as Hurricane Laura approached Southwest Louisiana, I had every confidence that Christus Ochsner would meet the needs of, the basic needs of our associates would be met. What I had no idea was the magnitude that the associate needs would be met. We were asked what our needs were, and our organization responded tenfold. Not only did we respond to the community's needs for service to our patients, our organization responded to our associate needs, just as a family would respond. Over 154 years later after that call, our organization is still meeting the needs of its people, those that we serve and those that serve this ministry.